What has been training your fear lately? Not just what startles you, not just what worries you at 2 in the morning. I mean, what has been shaping the reflexes of your soul? What name tightens your chest? What possibility steals your peace? What voice feels larger than God when the room gets quiet? Jesus speaks straight into that trembling place. And listen to how he begins. Not with distance, not with threat alone. He says, "My friends." Before he corrects your fear, he speaks with tenderness. Before he tells you whom to fear, he reminds you whose voice is talking to you. This matters, because what he says next is not meant to shove you into panic. It is meant to wake you up into reality. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. That is a shocking sentence. Jesus does not pretend human threats are small. He does not say pain is imaginary. He does not say persecution is easy, or loss is light, or death is nothing. He names the worst thing a person can do to you in this life. They can kill the body. That is not small. But then he draws a line under their power. After that, they have no more that they can do. No tyrant is ultimate. No crowd is ultimate. No diagnosis is ultimate. No grave is ultimate. There is a fear beneath all our smaller fears, the fear of losing control, the fear of suffering, the fear of being exposed, the fear of being brought low. And Jesus, with astonishing clarity, says that if you fear man more than God, your vision has become far too small. But I will show you whom you should fear. Hear the mercy in that. Jesus is not saying, stop being a creature, stop being vulnerable, stop feeling the weight of eternity. He is saying, let your fear be rightly ordered. Let it face the right direction. Because misplaced fear will make you a slave. It will make you flatter people you should resist. It will make you hide sin you should confess. It will make you treat God lightly and human opinion as if it were a throne. Fear him, who after he has killed has power to cast into hell. Yes, I say to you, fear him. This is not superstition. This is not the fear of a child imagining monsters in the dark. This is the clear-eyed fear of standing before the holy God who made you, sees you, judges truly, and cannot be manipulated. It is the fear Proverbs calls the beginning of wisdom, not because God delights in terror, but because reality begins with him. If you get God wrong, everything else bends out of shape. Biblical fear is not the same as panic. Panic runs from God as if he were chaos. Holy fear bows before God because he is God. Panic says, I am doomed and there is nowhere to go. Holy fear says, I dare not treat sin lightly and I dare not forget who rules heaven and earth. Panic makes you superstitious. Holy fear makes you sober. Panic imagines God as unpredictable cruelty. Holy fear sees him as blazing holiness. And that kind of fear is a gift, because when you truly fear God, you stop fearing lesser things as masters. The opinion that used to own you starts to shrink. The threat that used to control your choices loses some of its grip. The secret sin you kept excusing begins to look dangerous, not delicious. Reverence clears the fog. Reverence tells the truth. Maybe that is what you need today. Not a softer God made in your image, not a harsher God invented by your anxieties. The true God, the one Jesus reveals, holy enough to judge, powerful enough to cast into hell, real enough to fear. And yet this same Jesus says, my friends, do you see how astonishing that is? The one who warns you is the one who loves you enough to warn you. Jesus is not dangling judgment before you as a spectacle. He is pulling your face toward what is real, so you will not drift through life asleep. He is too loving to tell you that sin is small. He is too truthful to tell you that judgment is pretend. He is too merciful to leave your fear pointed in the wrong direction. And if you keep reading in Luke 12, he immediately speaks about the Father's care. Sparrows are not forgotten. The hairs of your head are all numbered. So the fear of God is not meant to drive you into a corner where you shake alone. It is meant to bring you low before the only one who can be both judge and refuge. That is the dividing line. If all you hear is terror, you have not yet listened long enough to Jesus. If all you hear is comfort with no holiness, you have not listened carefully enough either. In Christ, the God you must fear is also the God who provides mercy for those who trust Him. The cross does not cancel God's holiness. The cross reveals its cost. The cross does not make judgment unreal. It shows what it takes for sinners to be spared. So, what do you do with this today? Bring your fears into the light. Name the people you fear. Name the outcomes you fear. Name the losses you fear. Then set them beneath the greater weight of God. Say it plainly before Him. Lord, teach my heart to fear you rightly, so I will not bow to lesser powers. Teach me a reverence that kills my excuses. Teach me a reverence that steadies my soul. Because when the fear of the Lord enters a life, it does not leave that life trapped. It leaves that life awake. Awake to holiness. Awake to judgment. Awake to mercy. Awake to the breathtaking fact that the one who should be feared has spoken through His Son, so that sinners might be forgiven, cleansed, and brought near. Do not settle for dismissing judgment as if Jesus never spoke of it. And do not surrender to unhealthy terror as if Jesus never called you friend. Let His words do their full work. Let them humble you. Let them sober you. Let them heal your distorted fears. Fear God, and in fearing Him, be freed from every fear that has been pretending to be God. This is extreme faith. Until next time.